That's pretty true. Okay, hold on. Hi guys, welcome in, welcome in. Give me 1 minute. Just trying to get organized maybe. Say it's what? The 12th, eh?
I do this. What do I do to baby?
Alright, we got that done. We're just gonna hang out here for now.
Until I get to.
I can't believe it's already the 12th. Alright. Hi Imran, how are you? How are you doing today? Looking pretty. Thanks. I have my moments. I'm not feeling great. It's the weather. I don't want to say it's the weather, but you know, like when you switch from having your heat on to then the AC, it's very different. So, hi Mary, how are you? But I can feel it in my throat and in my sinuses. So, it's always that switch of the seasons because of the way things go. But it is what it is. I hope you're doing well. Today we're not doing anything specific. Again, we're just going to be hanging out. If there are questions, did I send my? Can you get my purse over there for me, please?
Why?
Because I need to take my headphones out. Hi, Tommy. How are you? I'm pretty good. I feel a little yucky. I don't have a lot of energy, which makes sense why I didn't have a lot yesterday. Please tap that like. Yeah. This is day 12 of my 30 days, and the goal is to get to 500 subscribers. Well, I help y'all get unstuck when you ask those questions, find clarity, whether it's pulling cards, helping you ask questions. I'm okay. I just have the flu. Well, take a lot of rest. Start of a cold, feed a fever. Eat a lot. I'm pretty sure that's right. Start of a cold, feed a fever. I'm pretty sure. If you have the flu, take lots of rest. Lots of fluids always. I just think it's that time of year, right? Because when the weather's changing, and so like the heat was on all winter, right? And then now the AC is coming on, so I have not done the coffee. I have my tea today. And what's my credit score? Oh, I don't know. If I lived my life worrying about that, I'd just be stressed out all day. I work, I pay my bills, and I don't know. My car's owned outright. But welcome in, Agility. Hi, Fabrics. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I don't worry about it because I have more things to worry about. I'm not buying a house in this moment. I am not buying a new car. I would never do that again because it's a useless waste of money because as soon as you drive it off the lot, it decreases by like 50% or something stupid. So I'd just rather buy a used one and live the dream peacefully, not owing people. Well, baby, can you please go get my bag for me? One. Miss Grace, go get my bag for me, please. So yeah, today is pretty simple. We don't have anything scheduled. I'm trying to keep it less scheduled. But if y'all have questions, you want me to pull cards for you, angel number, you have questions, you're trying to do things in life and you are feeling a little stuck, ask your questions because this is my forte. This is what I'm extremely good at. And while I'm here giving my time, you might as well take full advantage of it. Ask away, and I will do my very best. Yeah, I didn't have coffee. I had a small coffee this morning. I actually drank a lot less. Can I ask? Yeah, of course you can. Ask away. Doesn't matter who asks the question. You can ask a million questions. I'm here for 2 hours. So keeping my mind busy, keeping me answering questions, doing things, makes it go by a lot faster and a lot better. So, and I'm learning how to do it without having to teach all the time. So it's win-win all the way around. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Is 45 or 308 all? Okay, let me put it to you this way. If you're seeing it over and over and over, yes. Also, here, I'm going to do it real easy. 45 is stable foundations and transformation. That's the very best. And then if you add it together, 4 and 5 is 9, right? Which is ending, what you need to release, what we're letting go of. Could be a mindset, could be anything, but here, I'll type it in. We'll just Google search, and I'll give you a general, what? Oh, my typing is horrible. So the idea is when you're seeing numbers, the ones that I do are like 3 numbers, and a lot of times they're mirrored numbers or double numbers, which is for the duality. But when numbers are coming all the time, it's meant to get your attention. So like for me, I see the ones like 717, 818, 8888, those kind of ones. But I see all kinds, and there'll always be ones where I'm doing the thinking, I'm doing the wondering, and then that number will start showing up everywhere. It just means that I'm on task. So if I ever have a question, I just look it up. But what happens, probably better than mine, but what happens is, okay, so angel number 45 signifies a period of significant positive change, personal transformation, which is what I said, I just knew, and the need to align your hard work with your true passion. So it's finding the balance. And then it is a message from angels to embrace new opportunities, let go of outdated patterns, and trust your efforts are leading to long-term success and stability, which is funny because that's literally what I just said. What was the other one? 308? I'm just reading the general. Now, there's more in depth. So what happens is when they're sticking in your head, go read a couple different meanings because there's always little nuances in there. I fell in the... Okay, hold on. I'm going to read that in one sec. Angel number 308 signifies your creative efforts, positive mindset, and spiritual alignment are leading to material abundance, professional success, and the fulfillment of your desires. It encourages trusting your inner wisdom and using your unique skills, as the universe is working behind the scenes to support your financial and personal growth. So, yeah, I want to read what he said. So don't ever get caught in what the number is, because you got to remember your signs from your spirit team are not how I'm going to see it. It doesn't matter if I see it, right? Your signs that you're supposed to follow is what's going to catch your eye. It's not always going to be an angel number. Maybe it's a feather dropping right in front of you, a butterfly landing on your nose. It's just, what is that thinking, right? Once you start opening up to it, you'll notice it more and more and more. So always look them up, but remember, see how, like when I said 45, with stable foundations and transformation and literally like creating your abundance, literally that's what it said, because that's what I assign it to it, right? In my own meaning. Now when I looked it up, it was pretty much the same, but there's always added nuances. So never like, what are you feeling in the moment when you see that number? What are you thinking of? What, like, that's why 10:10 on the clock. Okay, Spirit, close it out. That's what it means. Get present. pay attention. What are you seeing? What are you thinking? What are you talking about? What's going on? How are you feeling in your body? Because if you're seeing them like that, it means for you to come back and really get present, because there's a flash of an idea, an inspiration, something you want to do. Now, let me go back to you here. I fell in love with a girl around 1998, but was not able to say her, but still I feel for her, but we can't talk to each other. Should I try to talk with her now? But confidence is low. But why can't you talk to each other? It says, but we can't talk to each other. Is there a reason for that? And whose confidence is low? Because here's the thing, and I want you to take a little bit of practice before you start reaching out to anybody, because you need to have your confidence on point. Because if your confidence is low and neither one of you are good at communicating right away, yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I really wish my friend Steve could have seen you. Seen me? Why? So here, think about it like this. If your confidence is low or not at its best, and by the way, we all get insecure sometimes, so don't let that be the only thing that holds you back. But things can be left up to interpretation. If you have insecurities and maybe neither one of you are great at communication or you're shy, that shyness can cause you to dim your own light. It can cause you to be like, maybe I shouldn't, and then someone's expecting this. So I'm not saying don't reach out. I'm saying check yourself, right? Is the communication worth it? Because you have to step up and you have to be a very clear communicator. And you have to be prepared, because if it's been a long time ago, reaching out, saying hi, having those conversations, it's not a bad thing. I would never say don't do that. But what if they say, no, that was a time in my life that, it's nothing against you. It's just that's not where I am. You have to be confident enough to accept that and say, okay, no harm, no foul, and literally not take it personally. It was just 1, 2, 3, 4, which is divine timing, which means it's not saying no, but make sure your head, your confidence, your ability to prepare and be happy with the good, the bad, the ugly, right? I think always communicating, and if you're reaching out and communicating, neither one of you know each other anymore. So who were you in 1998? Who were they in 1998? Do you think that change happened? I can almost certainly. The spectrum of change is huge, because as we grow, we live, we evolve, like it just is what it is. So essentially, you're meeting each other. You would be meeting each other again as strangers. Yes, there's some common ground from the past, but you have to go into it like it's a random stranger on the street, pretty much, and because you've changed so much. So neither one of you actually know each other. But so don't go with an expectation. You have to go in with, maybe we'll only be friends. Maybe it's like, hey, how are you doing? Checking in. Maybe you build a friendship or whatever. You have to keep the expectations at a neutral level, and don't let confidence be the thing. Because if someone says no, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them where they're at. Maybe she just built herself to finally a stable place and doesn't want to take that chance yet. That doesn't mean you can't be friends. That doesn't mean you can't get to know each other. You have to understand that your expectation has to be realistic, and you have to be prepared for no, and not take it as a confidence shot, because it's not you, right? You don't know what they're going on. So you just have to be prepared for all of the things, right? He was obsessed with numbers and was super in tune with them. Plus, you're just a great person. Yeah, I've always, numbers have been a thing. I really want to start studying numerology. But I also struggle because I believe that everything is, like, can be broken down to numbers. Math kind of rules the world because of frequencies and all those things. But at the end of the day, it's what you align to it, right? Like, you could look, it says 4-4. I got 4 people and 4 likes on my thing. 15-15 on the clock. Like, as I'm talking, the way things come out, and it's so funny because when I was on TikTok and I would do these lives, when I would say something, you'd always hear beep, beep. There's always a confirmation every time I was right. Here it doesn't do that. But I get the numbers and they confirm. Or if I'm missing something, or if they want someone to know what I'm saying is correct, you'll see it with the numbers that come out, the cards that come out. Like, I say the message, I speak it, and then I shuffle, right? You watch me shuffle, and then they come out, and the cards line up. And that's just a confirmation. I can speak with any other ladies, but when I face her, I lost the confidence. That's your own insecurities. I don't know why. What is your intention when you speak with any other lady? Is your intention trying to flirt, trying to be, the big man on campus? Or is it, hey, nice to meet you. You're just regular, amazing manners, right? As a grown man. You have to look at what you're thinking. If you go in with this crazy expectation, especially if you haven't seen each other in that long, you have to effectively treat her like a stranger. It doesn't matter if you think she's beautiful, if you don't, like, whatever you think about her, you may go talk to her again, and her insides are just ugly, right? Like, I'm not saying that they are going to be, but it's a possibility. You have to prepare for all of the things, right? And what happens is if you set your expectations here without having any communication, you set yourself up for failure. It could absolutely go that great. But if you go in expecting that and they say no and it's got nothing to do with you, or you start talking to her and boost her up and get her excited about something, and then you just don't align. You don't like what she's got going on. You don't like how she talks. You don't like what she does. There could be all these things, but you don't know because you haven't talked in so long. All I'm saying is if you treat her just like how you're talking to me right now, right? You can ask the questions. You're having the conversations. Do it the same way. Treat it just like hold the door open. I don't know if it's like close to you, far away. I have no idea. But in any interaction, just go in with, like you're meeting a stranger, like, hi, I remember you or something, but just remember the expectation. You got to keep those boundaries, and you got to remember this is the safe space. If you cross over hers too quickly or you allow her to cross yours, you're both going to end up resentful. So you have to stay in this safe space, right? Can speak with love like her. I love like her. Okay, well, you can't have one or the other. It's like, yes, you can be friends and still love her, but there's a big difference, right? I like you, right? I love everybody. I love literally everybody. I have more unconditional love than you could possibly imagine. That doesn't mean that I'm in love with everybody, or I'm trying to date everybody, or I'm trying to be in this romantic relationship. But if you come into like this space, if you meet me in day-to-day life, you're going to get that same love. I'm going to hold doors for you. I'm going to do all the things because that's just who I am. There's a big difference, right? So you have to understand what you think in your mind sometimes is just like an obsession or a love for what it used to be or what your expectation of what it used to be. Look, 5-5 again. It's there's a very big spectrum, which means the reason I'm saying this is you have to be clear in your mindset, in your heart, and in your mind what you're actually looking for, and then you have to go in and you got to start from scratch. Because it's been since 1998. That is like, what, 28 years ago? If my math is any kind of correct. Right? So essentially, like, you've lived a whole adult life since then. So you have to understand that you're basically strangers. And it's not a bad thing, but you have to have that conversation and go in just like you're meeting someone new. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Thank you so much for the numbers. You're very welcome, Tommy. I hope you have a great day. Okay, last we speak together, 2007. Got the opportunity to express love in 2005, but I missed them. How did you miss them? If you had the opportunity, how did you miss it? Your confidence was too shook? Last we spoke together, it was 2007. So you had the chance in 2005 to express it, and then in 2007, so you're 2 years and you still didn't express anything? And still, 2007, that's what, 19 years? Yeah. My math is slow sometimes. Bear with me. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying figure out what it is that you actually want. Figure out where your heart lies. Figure out where your mind lies. Because if you go in and you're like, I love her, and then she responds and you start dating her and then you're like, oh, no, that's not for me. You know, you're going to set her up for failure and break her heart. And she opened it to you. And do you really want to do that? I'm not saying don't go meet her, don't go talk to her, don't do those things. Just get your mind right. Don't worry so much about your confidence because you're the man, right? You're supposed to be the protector. You're supposed to be the provider, all those things. And I'm not saying that
Mama,
you have to pay for everything, right? I understand the economy in this day and age, but
you can love your kitty.
yes, you can love your kitty. Thank you, Grace. Okay, I'm talking. So you have to understand that being a protector and a provider doesn't just mean financially. You have to protect her heart. You have to protect her mind, which means your confidence. You need to get that done. Should I speak now? I don't think you should speak until you know what you're after. I can only answer that if you know clearly going in what it is, right? If your mind's expecting to start dating and do everything right away, and what's going to happen if she says no? Is there going to be a hateful, an argument, resentment? Like, this is why I'm saying you have to check with you. If your heart's in the right place, if your expectations are realistic, then by all means. But if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right intentions going in, it's going to be set up for failure. So the question isn't whether you should, it's check with you first. Look, 2, 2, 2, 2. Make sure everything's balanced, head and heart align, and when you feel good about it, your confidence will align too. This year end, we are meeting up in the family function. Okay, so start practicing. If you want to have that conversation with her, or at least say hi, kind of get back in touch, then that's what you should do, right? Start practicing. Get those questions clear. Learn how to check your confidence. Get in the mirror. Start speaking. I'm amazing. I'm a strong man. I take care of my family. I'm very confident. I'm capable of anything. Start with those affirmations because that will help with your confidence. Hi, William. How are you? I'm good. I'm very good. How are you? I'm just answering questions, kind of hanging out, helping people get clear with situations, help you ask the right questions, pulling cards, kind of helping everyone get unstuck on my goal to 500 subscribers. So I help you, well, you help me, I think. So if you have any questions, things that you're kind of feeling stuck or confused about, feel free to ask. Wow, you look so beautiful. I have my moments. Thank you very much. Like done. Thank you, comedy. I can only tell you, like, for your answer, you have to check with you first. If you can confidently say, my head and my heart are in the right place, I'm prepared for the worst, but excited for the best. If you can look and say that and honestly say that, then by all means, go do it. If not, take time and sit with yourself. Boost that confidence up. Because you got to understand one thing. There's nothing women love more than a confident man. Not an egotistical, not like too proud to ever listen or learn or any of those things, but a confident man. I'm here. I'm prepared to lead. I'm prepared to choose a restaurant to go to. I'm prepared to go that extra mile because I want to spend time with you, right? Those small little things make a big deal. Right now, we're talking about a question. Comedy was asking about talking to somebody, how to reach out, whether you should, whether he should. So it's open. If you want to ask questions, I can help you too. But yeah, it's always going to be if your head and heart align. But if you're going in with not the right intentions, or you're feeling insecure, then you gotta wait until you're feeling more secure, because you don't want to start this conversation and then take something the wrong way, and then miscommunication is still to this day by far like the root of like 90% of arguments, fights, um, separation. It's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So just take time. Don't worry so much about her. Worry about you, how you're feeling, what you're doing, and you have time. Because, like you said, I think you said September. What did you say? Family year end. Yeah. So at a family function. So you have from now till year end to really be boosting that confidence, right? To be looking in that mirror, speaking your greatness. I am amazing. I am capable of anything. I'm creative. I'm kind. I'm loyal. I'm all these things. Speak it. Look at yourself. Let your eyes see your face in your mouth with your voice saying how amazing you are. Oh, Saba. Oh, Soba. Fuck nah. Fuck nah what? That sounds pretty defiant for just no reason. And the answer was for somebody else. So if that's not your thing, I don't think that would be the question you're asking. So I think you're probably pretty safe. Oh, I'm single. I'm single. I'm married to myself. Married to my lifestyle. I don't have time, energy, or patience for anything that doesn't align and people that aren't going to complement my life. If it's not about paying for it, it's not about doing the things. It's about learning to build, grow, communicate. And until that comes, I'm not even looking.
Mommy, no kitty, no kitty, no.
Why are you saying no, kitty?
So that's your pet and you want kitty.
Of course it's your pet, and you're allowed to love her.
Is it?
You really look so beautiful. We'd love to know more about you. Well, I'm not sure what it is you would like to know. I have my own business. It's creatively guided. Healing, self-love, tea. So I have programs. I have like a one hour at a time where you can come on, get clarity, kind of like this, but there's follow-up, there's tools, things that you can use, how to apply it. I have those. I call them the pay-as-you-go because you can book it, pretty much any time, and it's just like a 1 hour slot each time. Then I have 12-week program, one-on-one, and then I have the 12-week group program, so you're still learning all the things, but we have it customizable for each one, which is pretty fun. I create workshops for adults and kids for emotional awareness, balancing, and finding the tools. I am not on WhatsApp. I have a WhatsApp, but it's only for my daughter's dad to call. I don't add people to it because I don't like the fuss and the chaos, and I don't message or talk to anybody unless they're here. We're talking directly here or in comments, and the reason is because I like to keep it. Very, very professional. And every time I'm polite and I try to have a conversation with somebody in messages, they get really creepy and it's not cute. Hope for the best. Who are you hoping for the best for your conversation? I'm glad you understand and I appreciate that. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just like to make sure those boundaries are clear because I have to respect my boundaries before I respect anybody else's. And comedy, what are you hoping for the best? You're just going to start putting in the work? Well, thank you. I like you too. If you come in and you're not rude, I like everybody. I'm very, very a nice person for the most part. I can get rude, but it's not very often. I try not to do that. I got a little cold coming on though. I can feel it. Okay, comedy, you said hope for the best. So is that what you're doing is that how you're setting out your plan for the year end? Is that what you're going to set the goal for? Because I can pull, here, let me do this. I'm going to pull,
I need a piece.
well, go.
Mommy, what do I do after?
You know what you got to do.
What do you know?
Yeah, so why are you acting like you don't know? So what I'll do is I'll pull one self-care card for you, comedy, and maybe 2. We'll see. And we'll see if there's some things that we can do that are going to, not we, that you can do to help you boost that confidence so you don't have to fear those things. Can I have 1 or 2 for comedy? Help boost the self-care, the self-love, so we can shoot that confidence up to right where it needs to be. I think of wind and her wild ways, the year we had nothing to lose and lost it anyway. Today, try holding on a little less tightly to your expectations for the day. Notice what happens when you loosen your grip. Yeah, change your mind, make decisions, do something that's not the same. Hey, I thought you said you had to go to the bathroom. Okay, so go. Stop worrying about the TV. You don't know where the bathroom is? In Bollywood, one line, whenever I see her, my heart, tongue, breath stop. That's like the 3113 as that happened. That's so funny. Yeah, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be happy. But sometimes you gotta remember that's also can be a form of anxiety. It's like when they say the best way to explain it is when they tell women when you're getting that butterfly feeling, 9 times out of 10 that's your body saying run. So, and I'm not saying that's the case for you, but that's why checking in and knowing, understanding how you feel and what your body is telling you is really important. Then we have to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best day and night to make you like everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. What is one part of your inner life that you truly enjoy? Do one thing today to honor this part of you. Whatever it is, you're building that confidence, right? So before we do anything else, the first thing you want to do is maximize what are my strengths? What are my absolute best parts of my character, of my personality, of my looks? How can we max out that, right? How can we focus on that and really boost that? And then that way you're happy and stable. Okay, I'm coming. Give me 1 sec. You're happy and stable, so then you can say, what is something that I could maybe work on a little bit? So you're taking those strengths and all that amazing stuff, and you're using that as a kind of lifter to keep you up high while you're working on some of these lower things. Because we all have flaws. That doesn't mean they're horrible or we're bad people. It means that we have to understand them so we can integrate them so we can turn our flaw into our superpower, which is exactly why we learn and focus on our strengths first, right? Really, really get focused, zone in on your strengths because that's going to boost you and it's going to help you see all those things. So when you got to look at something you need to fix or look into, you're not beating yourself down. You're saying, no, I have all this and I'm going to take this and help lift this. Hold on 1 sec. I got to help my kiddo. Yeah, so I think I have sent you my number. Why would you send me your number? Like your phone number? I don't respond to that stuff. It's not a personal thing. I just, if I talk to people, it's on here or through Zoom or through my workshops. And then I talk directly, right? So any of those other things, I don't do that contact because I keep everything very professional. It's very, very important because when you're trying to build, grow, have clients, there has to be boundaries and lines that aren't crossed. Hi, Sean. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. You still didn't get my bag, kiddo.
Okay, I'll get it.
She lets me get sidetracked and then let me pull one for. Yeah, it's right there. Just bring it here. Yeah, I can feel it in my sinuses. And it's because going from the heat to the AC, it's just wild. Is it that heavy? You can't handle it?
You know.
Yeah, are you going to pick up some of your toys today? Yeah, I noticed it this morning, and it's just because of the change in weather. But it is what it is. A few more days, we'll all be good again. Okay. For comedy, can I have one angel number? And I would actually like to focus it a little bit on his goal for the end of the year for this conversation. How can we give an answer, a direction, some ideas for this year-end conversation? Well, you got two, and it's not bad. You got 888, which is karma. By the way, karma is not always a bad thing. So people hear karma and they're like, oh my God, it's trouble. But if you're putting out good things, it's going to come back to you as good. It just is. Balance, prosperity, success, wealth, cycles, cause and effect. Right? That's what I was talking about in the very beginning. And then gratitude, of course. Abundance is on the way, and it extends beyond just financial wealth. This is a reminder that true fortune encompasses. What are you ripping? You want to throw that in the garbage instead of leaving that there? This is a reminder that true fortune encompasses all aspects of life. If you don't appreciate those around you today, they may not be there tomorrow. Take responsibility for your actions and use this awareness to unlock your greatest potential. Okay, but you're not doing anything until you pick up what you just ripped, like I asked you. You know there's boundaries for you too, even though you have a mess everywhere. I hope you don't mind me asking, could you share your WhatsApp or number? No. I was very clear on that. I don't share my number with anybody. And if you want to connect through Zoom or any of those things, it's on my website and you have to book a session. Everything is professional. If you come in and you want to have conversations, I'm more than willing to work with you, answer questions, but a lot of beautiful things to share with you. Well, that's wonderful, and I appreciate that. I'd love to hear you share beautiful things, but also that is my boundary, right? I would respect your boundaries if you had one, so you have to respect mine. This is my business, my job, and I don't just. That's not how I do things. So I'm sorry. All right, now. Comedy, your second one that you got. What are you microwaving? Chicken?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Microwaving?
Let me see. You're fake microwaving. Don't hit no buttons.
Why?
Because you're not microwaving anything.
What am I going to do?
Just shut it. Go use your microwave in your room. Okay? Close the microwave. Whoa, what? Bring that here. Hold on, my kid is being wild. Bring it here. Bring what you have. Here. What's on the plate? I want to know where you got. Is that real? Oh, your chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Okay. You're killing me, Smalls. Okay, hit the one. Don't hit the one in the microwave, but you got to count from 10 down, and then you got to stop it. Sorry. I believe you, but it's still a boundary. And if you want to be friends, the first way to do that is to respect boundaries. This is my business. This is what I do. This is what I'm building. And to build it properly, there has to be lines drawn, and that's just one of them. You can absolutely be friends. You can show up and have conversations day after day after day when I come on here. There's no... nothing's going to change. The way we're having conversation here is going to be the exact same way it would be on Messenger, except that's when people usually get rude or crude, and I don't have time, energy, or patience. I end up getting very rude very quickly, and I don't want to have to do that to anybody. So that's what the boundary's there for. All right, so comedy, the other one that you got that came with the karma is 0330, which is lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, optimism, accountability, progress, and creativity. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Pursue your goals and achieve what you desire. Your efforts will bring wonderful benefits to you and your loved ones. Your communication skills are improving. See? So you are working on it, which means you are becoming more confident. Your communication skills are improving, making it easier to connect with a diverse range of individuals. Embrace this time of growth and watch your relationships and projects flourish. So you already, as long as you keep doing what you're doing and putting out the good, taking the effort. Remember how I always talk about that cycle? What you get out must come back. That's universal law. So, yes, dear. So, if you keep doing what you're doing, show up, put that effort. And I'm sorry if you're not always here, but it's not I don't chase people, nor do I. When you're here, then you stop in and have a conversation. If not, then I'll see you the next time. Yeah, lucky t-shirt. It's just you get what you put in, right? It's not a bad thing. It's just understanding if you're going to put in that work. I can't, child, why are you making everything complicated right now? Yeah, so just remember, karma's not a bad thing. People hear karma and they're like, oh my God, somebody's dying, something bad is happening. But it's just like, literally, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're being kind, respectful, treating yourself properly, showing up, doing the work on yourself, that lucky t-shirt, that good luck, that prosperity, that expect it to come back to you is absolute, right? So it's not like I said, and I meant every word when I said it, if your heart's in the right place, you never have to worry, if that makes sense. So I hope that answered your question. Also, as you're coming here and popping in, how many times you've been in here now? A few days, right? So each time you come in, if you have specific questions, it was just 42.24. So each time you come in, if there's something like you're curious or you're looking for the tool or something that's going to help you moving forward, then ask the questions. Because if I know the answer or if I can find the answer, I will definitely do my best to help you. Thank you. I like my smile too. It's pretty okay.
You want mine? You want the chicken nuggets that we made together?
We didn't make those chicken nuggets. McDonald's did.
But when we make them, we can make the same thing as McDonald's did.
We can. This kid is obsessed with chicken nuggets. Hi, Bao. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing well.
Good.
I remember you from, we met at Yoga with Goga. Yeah, thank you. I'm just doing now my 30 days. We're day 11, day 12. What day is it? Yeah, day 12. I can remember who you are, but I can't remember what day it is, so to be fair. But what I'm doing is, usually I do a lot of teachings. I do a lot of videos that are teaching all the things, and I was doing that for months, and I think that this month I just want to keep it light. So I'm here answering questions, helping people get unstuck, whether it's pulling cards, whether it's being specific, answering questions. I help you, well, y'all help me get to my 500 subscribers. Greetings from Germany. I love it. Can you be my best friend? Are you leaving comedy? All right, have a great day. Night. It's night there. Have a great night. Get some sleep and don't worry so much. It'll start flowing. That confidence comes naturally when you know where your head and your heart are. So you'll be good. Germany, countryside. Man, I've never been to Germany, but it's beautiful. The architecture there. Wow. Can you be my best friend? I'm everybody's best friend because I'm that friend that you can ask questions for. You can ask for help. Someone's going to cheer you on. I'm going to be honest with you even when you don't always like it. I'm everybody's best friend. And many, many people, even after the fact, are like, man, I wish I had understood that at the time, right? Because when you walk away for good, right? And that's just what it is. So that's why those boundaries are there. So there's able to be that safe space for those questions and those answers. It's not always worrying about being someone's bestie. It's like, can you be your own authentic self? As long as you can be your own authentic self, you never have to worry. And that's what I like to be. That's who I am. That's how I carry myself all the time. This is me. You get it. The good, the bad, the ugly. That's what you're going to get. But I'm honest and I have a lot of lived experience to help with those questions, those answers, all that good stuff. But I will do you a favor. I will pull you one angel number. My phone is going off with notifications today. All right, can I have one for William? That's the one? It says 0550. The eye candy. Intuition, creativity, aesthetics, expression, networking, harmony, potential, and romance. Take a break to enjoy fresh air or gather with friends for a delightful time. Appreciate the natural beauty around you waiting to be discovered. Oh, don't do that. You're going to spill it on the computer. Why are you laughing? Because you drank my water?
Yeah.
Okay, so drink it, but go over here. Don't spill it on my desk because that's my computer. Okay, so it says, appreciate the natural beauty around you waiting to be discovered. You may soon start an exciting new project or enjoy a charming date. Use your charisma to connect with others and create meaningful interactions wherever you go. I just want to be friends. Well, we are friends. We're having this conversation right now. I don't go and give my personal time or space or my energy, bring someone into my inner circle unless they're helping me build my life, building together. We're working together on a business strategy, ways to create more stability or get things out there to create the best impact for the most people. So those are my goals. And if it doesn't align with that, then there's no reason for anything to go any farther. We are friends right now. This is friendship. This is having a conversation. I think that's fair. Yes, I have my business, Creatively Guided. Go to creativelyguided.ca. You'll see all my business, all the things that I have there. I have my teas, which I'm drinking now. I have my teas that I make. I have art. I have alignment bundles. I have downloadable PDF reflection journal. I have 60 days of gratitude, and I am guided journal. I create all kinds of stuff for healing, for presence, for self-love, and for personal accountability, which is the most important. Because when we can peel back our emotions and understand what it's teaching us, we can be more accountable, more compassionate, and learn to stay in our own lane, which is a pretty good space to be. I have a beautiful daughter. Yes, she is very beautiful. And she's very cheeky. She's very happy. She's a big ball of energy. That's what she is. It's not a bad thing. Until you're tired and you're trying to get stuff done. Then maybe sometimes it is. But still, she's so much love, it doesn't matter. And just don't make a mess, okay? Did you eat all your chicken nuggets? You're making me sweat. Like, you know you can't set anything down because you got everything sprawled across that table. My whole table, she'll grab something from her, like a toy from her bedroom. She brings it out, sets it on the table. She just got everything piled on that table, which is why I only clean it one time a day. I'm a single man. I don't have any kids. You will someday. Never say never. Especially these days, men can have kids at pretty much any age. I'm done having kids. I have 2 adult ones and a kid. I'm definitely not doing that. Never, never, never again. 65. So your retirement age. That's a good age. Right? You've done the work. Now you get to kick back. I don't know, 44 or 26. I'll be 45, almost 45. I had to think about that. That's pretty sad. I can't remember my own name half the time. What, Miss Grace? All right, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I had YouTube on there, but do you post content?
Whoa.
If you're 65 and you're chilling, now should be the time when you're posting content. It should be the time when you're relaxing, creating new stuff. I lost my wife years ago. It was a car accident. Okay, so what have you learned since then? Is there something that you could maybe create a social media and start posting? Is there stories that you like to share? Are there lessons learned that you could help other people do? What do you spend your time doing? Are you retirement age or are you still working? I'm sorry for your loss, by the way. That is something that I'm sure is extremely hard to get over. So grief is a really, really, really hard one to work with. So thank you for that. I have my moments. I have my days. But what really matters is if you're beautiful on the inside, not just the outside. So, let me see. Give me 1 minute and I'll pull a card for you. What is it that you usually do, William? What's your job? Are you retired? Are you working? What are your goals? Well, can I have one on the energy here for William? The Tower. Chaos, destruction, sudden upheaval, trauma, unexpected change, disaster, tragedy, revelations, confusion, pain, divorce, abuse, violence. So you look give me one more. Is that you coming out of it? Or is that what you're going to create when you keep Page of Pentacles, good news and earthly matters, right? So you got to find some balance there. You came through a tower, you're slowly working your way out of it. What are you doing? Sit down. You're slowly working your way out of it. You're finding that balance. And it's okay to get out and want to do great things. You're ascending. You're closing out cycles. You're learning how to move forward. Moving on to calmer waters. And I'm assuming family. Do you have family around that you're trying to get closer with or that you stay connected to? I'm a retired engineer. Very cool. You have a good heart. Yes, of course I do. What, baby? Okay, thanks for sharing. She says we're just going to go pee. We all have a good heart. Sometimes what happens is we tend to forget that because we're trying to process traumas, grief, all kinds of crazy things that we've had to endure. And that's part of our lessons. That's what makes us stronger. That's what makes our heart more kind. And that's certainly what allows us the space to forgive first ourselves and then other people in the process. Allows us to open our heart to connect with spirit and find out what the goal is, what our purpose is here for, right? And when we decide and we learn what our purpose is, it's a lot easier to move forward trusting. But if you can't open your heart, you tend to miss that, and then you have to do a lot of detours, right? You don't want to do that. I mean, I wouldn't say you don't want to do that, because every time you detour, it's just another lesson that you learn, and when you learn the lesson, then you get stronger, faster, more efficient, more like more everything. That's what lessons do. 54, 54. Thank you, Stuart. So I wouldn't say don't do it, but it's a lot better to get clear when you start with compassion for yourself. Yeah, get grounded. So empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. If you are someone that is an empath, you feel other people's emotions. If you start feeling overwhelming emotions, a lot of times what happens is you're taking on other people's emotions, right? And if you don't know it or know how to let it go and let it flow through, that will wear you down. You'll feel extra heavy trying to sort through and process things, which you don't want to do. Get grounded. What number is that? Angel number 66. So you're balancing your masculine and your feminine, which is okay. That's the best thing you could possibly do. Because when we do that, walking in balance makes life a lot easier. And it's okay when life and things kind of fall away or don't get exactly the way you want to. It's just understanding that each time, knowing how to balance it out to come back to balance, that's where you really make a good space. So it says get grounded. This is how you stay balanced. Miss Grace, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is all too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. And when it's not yours, you gotta let it go. 56, 56. Thank you, Spirit. If you pulled this card, you're likely an empath or highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. There are two types of people, those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all of this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. Go put your feet in the grass. Bare feet. Sit on the grass. Sit against a tree. Man, I'm telling you, that will change everything. There are so many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra. My kid's gonna climb on me. Or walk barefoot on the earth. It's just amazing. Do something to get grounded and connect with Earth. So whenever overwhelming emotions come out of nowhere, that's almost always what you gotta do. Okay. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's my daughter, not my granddaughter. What are you doing? I know, I'm old.
I said that is my sweetie.
You are my sweetie.
Then who's my sweetie?
You're a kitty cat.
She's not sweet.
She is sweet. Okay, go sit down. Oh, thank you for slobber kisses. Appreciate it.
I can do that.
Thanks for the slobber kisses, bud. Nope, that is my kid. I just had her late in age. Not that late, I guess, these days. Who knows? I can't wait for everything to switch out. This is driving me nuts.
Mommy,
I can feel it in my sinuses. It's making me psycho.
Mommy, it's this. Mommy, is this a...
That is your kitty cat, yes.
Mommy, is this my cat?
It is your cat.
The thing that I...
So yesterday we did a little bit of gardening. I was late. We were out in the sun. We got cooked for a bit, which was kind of nice, but
Well,
we got our plants out. We got strawberries, a raspberry bush. We got potatoes, carrots, peppers, tomatoes, basil, corn. What else do we do? We're gonna do squash and cantaloupe and stuff too. We're really excited. Lots of stuff. Oh, we're gonna make our own, grow our own pumpkins. We have a little patch. Hopefully, we can make a little pumpkin patch. That way, the kiddos can carve their own pumpkins for Halloween, which would be very cool. We're gonna see. We've been working since March, digging up the ground, kind of pulling it out. Getting it. Oh, did we do green onions? No, we were supposed to plant them. We're doing those tomorrow. We got a couple more things to do, but man, it's such a blessing because it's something that we wanted to do for a while. And my neighbors and me, we aligned very much on that. So putting in the work, we work together on that, and we made a beautiful play area. We got the trampoline and all the balance beams and the swing set and the slide and all that for the kids. So they have their whole play area. We got our picnic table and kick back in the chairs with the garden. Like, really, it's the dream. It really is. I mean, owning my own property would be the dream, but for now, being able to sit in the backyard and have faith that my kids are safe, can play. The neighbors' kids are safe. They're all playing, can sit and relax and grow our own food and just live peacefully. Come on here and do the things like this. 10101. Okay, Spirit. It's beautiful. It's such a nice thing to do. And, everyone talks about abundance and they talk about all this big money thing. It's not about being perfect. It's about finding that peace and looking at those things and just enjoying what you have. And when we change how we view abundance, our whole life switches. You look so beautiful just looking at you. Okay. You don't have to tell me 100 times. Thank you, but I appreciate the compliment, but it's kind of weird. I appreciate it, thank you, but you don't have to just stare at me. We still got 40 minutes. Let me pull one more. Give me one card for William here.
Mommy,
Something to help with the empathic nature, with the ability to talk.
Mommy,
What, baby?
I just read a book about kindness.
You what?
Mommy, I got a book about kindness. It's called Pete the Cat, Groovy Guy.
A groovy guy? Pete the cat? Where's Pete the cat?
Pete the Cat, the Groovy Guide to Kindness.
He's the groovy guy. Oh, the groovy guide to kindness? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. Give me just one, and then we'll see how this goes. You love to be kind. Okay, so we got loosen your grip again. So whatever you're holding on so tightly to, you gotta loosen it up. And then the blue flame. So if you're healing and you want things to fall, Grace, what are you doing? Can you stop trashing the place, please? This child is wild. She doesn't sit down. And the blue flame, what you're healing, what you're trying to go away, you have to, they say walk through that fire 1,000 times. And if you hold on so tight, the weight of the world will weigh you down. And the only way to do it is to use the violet flame to walk through and align. These are my cards. These are oracles. And they're telling you to loosen your grip, stop holding on to the weight of the world so much. And to heal, you want to use the blue flame. Whatever it is you're trying to heal or move away from, you gotta just actually envision this blue flame. I'll read this one to you so you understand, because it's kind of pretty good. The blue flame. Angel number 40. So that's stable foundations. Yeah, so if you want to move forward and not feel so heavy, you got to use the violet flame. And it's just a meditation, a way to help focus on what needs to be healed, what needs to be held onto, what you need to loosen your grip on, and understanding that you don't need to carry the whole weight of the world. It's not your responsibility. So the blue flame is spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and a deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. That's what we have to let go of. Loosen your grip. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded, which just goes right back to get grounded. When your mind starts changing, you're seeing these things and it feels weird, you're feeling more emotions that aren't yours and all these things that you're not used to. That's the blue flame. That's um, spontaneous awakening, understanding things clicking, the lessons you've learned. It can be very distressful when you don't know what it is. That's why people like me come into your purview. That's where they show up and start showing up on your algorithm so you can learn and understand. So if you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends, by the way, but it gets easier, right? Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. The affirmation for this one is, I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. So what I teach about healing and all that stuff, when you're healing and you start healing those things, can be grief, it can be loss, it can be anger, it can be all kinds of things. But what happens is when you focus on it and you think you're trying to heal it or you wallow in it, you start carrying the weight of the world, right? It gets really heavy and it's hard to go through. So when we loosen our grip and learn that we can get grounded and say, that's not mine to carry, I'm not going to do that, things become a lot lighter and a lot easier to balance. I know you don't like me, that's why you don't respond to me. I am responding to you. And it doesn't matter if I like you or don't like you, I don't know you. So how can I not like you? That's absurd. But just saying something nice or kind is fine. But when you say the same thing over and over, or like you're staring at me, that's kind of weird. That makes it uncomfortable. Where you could just be having a conversation. It just was 10808. Just having a normal conversation, asking questions, learning about how to heal, what you're trying to understand, how life is moving around you is what I do. So it's not about not having a conversation, but if you insist on making a conversation uncomfortable, I mean, that's what's going to happen. It doesn't mean somebody doesn't like you. It just means you're making conversation uncomfortable, and they're going to help you figure out why. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm reading those cards so you can understand. Loosen your grip, chill out, get grounded, have a relax, and you move through it a lot easier. When you understand what it is, if you make other people feel uncomfortable and they tell you they're feeling uncomfortable, then you have to respect that or continue, but then the people aren't going to want to align, right? It's great to say what you're thinking, but when you say it over and over, then it becomes uncomfortable, right? Because I said thank you, everything was nice, but if you keep going and you say those things, like, I know you don't like me, that is a guilt trip. That is something that many narcissists do. I'm not saying you're a narcissist, but it is a bad, it's like a gaslighting effect, and it is something that people do very often. And I came from a whole family of that. So when I tell you, nothing makes me want to go the other way more than saying, I know things like that. I know you don't like me. because you don't want to respond to me when I've been responding to you this whole time. I've been having this entire conversation. You're the only one typing. So, again, that's absurd, and that's a guilt trip. That's good. I'm glad you're sorry. I'm just letting you know that when you do those things, that's what creates the uncomfortable, right? Which is why I bring it to your attention. So you have the ability to change, make a different choice, or stay the same. And if you stay the same, then things get heavier and harder every single time. So, and trust me, I had to learn that way too. So it's not like something new. I had to walk through that fire 10,000 times. That's why I'm so good at what I do. My kid's going on the slide. But yeah, I pulled those cards for you so you can understand. Don't hold on so much to these thoughts, processes. Just listen to what you're feeling. Understand if things feel awkward or unusual or feel unexpectedly heavy for no reason, then process it. Ask those questions. Get clear. Give yourself space. I'm not mad at you, and I'm glad you're sorry, but like it's not something to hold on to. It's just I check myself so many times a day. If I tell you when driving down the road and someone cuts me off, I could be like, F you, da da da. And there'll be times immediately I'm like, that's what I want to say. But I'm like, but is that really what you mean? And I have to check myself all the time, right? Like, where does your head and your heart align? And if something feels off, then you got to figure out how to bring it into balance. And this is something that I do 10,000 times a day, constantly checking myself. Focus on your home and love. Sun in Cancer, right? And when it says focus on your home and love, it's not saying your home like your four walls. This is your home, right? Your heart and your soul. And when you understand that and you keep that centered, that's your stability. That's your foundation. So no matter what happens in this world, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything can fall away and you have your stability right here. Which means you have the resilience, the resourcefulness. You know how to figure it out. You know that no matter what happens along the way, you're going to win. You know how to rebalance yourself every single time. 112, 112. Thank you, Spirit. It just is what it is, right? That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And that's how we find our way to our higher purpose. Which you will. I don't think that you're doing anything wrong. I don't think that you're a bad person. I don't think any of those things. I think that you're just being kind. And I also think that when you're saying those things that you do mean it to be a compliment. But it also is something like you don't have to say it 100 times. You just say it once. It's understood. And then we can still be friends. We're here chit-chatting now, right? Learning, growing, understanding. So while you're here learning, you might as well get some information that's going to help you along the way. This kid is obsessed with the water table. She's going to come in soaked again. She's funny. All right. Let me do this one because this one's for action steps. This one's really good for kind of understanding, but I really think it's just getting grounded. Get out in nature. Go. She of the Lotus. Yeah. Oh, you got to still peel back some layers, which is okay. It just takes time. This is all the stuff I teach about. So if you want to know me, who I am, the things that I do, like if you really want to get to know me, go back to the Fire and Flow series. Go back to the Grace and the Grind series. Go back to the Accountability Without Self-Punishment or the Alchemy Emotion series. That's what I teach. That's what I know. That's all I do. That is my priority, is helping other people along the way. So that's the kind of person I am. So trying to explain it or say it, you just have to go see for yourself, right? This one's for you. She of the Lotus. Shadow work, addressing dissonance, seeing downfalls as the flip side of superpowers, loving yourself back to wholeness, the beautiful lotus that grows from murky waters, disempowering triggers, bringing light into your dark corners. Originally, the title for this oracle deck was going to be The Language of Light. It was not actualized in that incarnation, as other layers of meaning needed to be honored. The fuller spectrum I was guided to bring through also included the shadow. In hindsight, choosing to deepen the message of balance that the Lemurians were bringing forth through this work meant I had to experience my shadow. My shadow encounters brought light into nooks I didn't know I had. If there is a way to fast track your growth, it is by being real with the shadowy or unloved parts of ourselves. There was a time when the concepts of shadow work and self-love seemed relevant, but I was vague as to what they really meant. I knew the next part of my journey was exploring them, but how that would happen was quite mystifying. The shadow and self-love are big topics to unpack, and unraveling them took me on quite an adventure. Unfortunately, I thought shadow work was about digging up as many issues as possible, and that being present with them meant wallowing in them. Without tools for expanded awareness, I found myself drowning deeper in the upset of it all, and creating more of it in the process. My journey for clarity took me to Cambodia, where I met and mastered the art of perspective and indirectly finding growth points in a way that spoke to my being rather than my mind. That sparked a 3-month journey into the farthest reaches of myself. I realized I had a lot of unlearning and self-acceptance to do. The years of trying to be the best that I could be created constructs in my self-identity. My striving wasn't as healthy as I'd thought. By discarding traits that seemed ugly or hindering, I was also rejecting sides of myself that were quite wonderful. They were two sides of the coin, and equally they were part of my true nature. When we discard any part of ourselves, we are throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Often our greatest strengths are our greatest weaknesses, and vice versa. When we reject or deny parts of ourselves, we end up feeling hollow, lost, and detached. When we take them out of the trash and work with them through compassion, gentleness, honesty, and non-judgment, we can shine a light on these shadows and see them for what they are. Incredibly, my perceived weaknesses vanished as I peeled the layers farther and farther back to explore the past experiences that accompanied them. Accepting the shadows enough to bring them into the daylight was usually all it took for them to dissipate. Their power dissolved, and I could see them for what they were, or rather were not. Paradoxically, self-love is a catalyst for transformation. Alchemizing painful triggers is an opportunity for awareness that helps us reclaim more of ourselves. As the dense spaces begin to evaporate, we can be filled with more light, more love, and we can create an upward healing spiral. I've come to learn that shadow work and self-love are practices to implement on a day-to-day basis. When we merge this awareness with moment-to-moment consciousness, densities don't even have a chance to form. We can then live and love even bigger, and this is true freedom, self-empowerment, and where authentic love and light can radiate. A true light bringer shines light in all the corners so shadows can be acknowledged and released. The meaning of this card: take a look at any unconscious patterns that may be running you. Are there elements of yourself you need to take out of the trash, dust off, and reabsorb? Shadows can be painful or tender to the touch. Sensitivity in an area can be a trigger that shows us where we might want to spring clean some of our darker, forgotten, ignored, or hidden corners. Accepting our shadows is the first stage in restoring ourselves to wholeness. Peel back the layers where there is shame, guilt, or fear and bring them into the daylight. Under a loving and compassionate light, they will resolve and reassimilate so you can re-engage with your superpowers. All of our struggles, all of our things that we usually feel shame, fear, guilt over, we feel like we should hide it. Nobody should see that about us, but that's the thing that overcame. That's the thing that survived us. That's the thing that allowed us to move through the trauma, the triggers, the grief, all of the things. That's what allowed us to move through it. So it's actually a superpower. The difference is when it's in a triggered situation from survival, fight or flight, any of those things, you don't see all of the options. You see life or death, life or death. And every time you do that, you're missing all the other options, right? All the other options that can be to your highest, best benefit. And when we start understanding that those things that we've been ashamed of or been fearful for the world to see are actually our superpowers, then we kind of change how we maneuver through life. We change how we see ourselves. We change how we show up. uh, yeah, there's something to be shameful about. I used to snap all the time, and what I mean that by that is I always had to explain myself. I came from a very toxic family, and nothing you ever did was good enough. If they did something nice to you, you're going to be punished for it, or they were going to tell the whole world they saved you. Like it was just there was always a repercussion for it, and which is unhealthy all the way around. But a lot of people don't know that. They don't understand that until they're out of the situation. They can look outside the box. But I got to the point where I always had to explain myself 10,000 times. I had to prove myself, all these things. And it became such a hindrance and such a heaviness that I was like ashamed of all these things. But that same, uh, when I got to that point, then I would snap. I would just spew fire and I'd be angry and I'd be just getting back, like just finding all their faults and just spewing it off to them because I was angry by then. I was resentful of why can't anybody see what I'm doing, what I'm trying to accomplish, what nobody cares, why aren't they helping me, why don't they care, why are they punishing me, why, right? It was just the victim mindset, which it happens, it is what it is. But you know how to get out of it. And when you learn how to do that, what you clearly see is that same rage, that same anger um, that would come up from, resentment when you're finally at that point of snapping. That same anger could be used to direct it and to fuel how you advocate for yourself, what you need to learn, the creativity, what you want to build, all the things that you want to learn, share, and grow. That's how I created these programs, the things that I make. That's how I created the clarity calls, the workshops that I do, my free workshop. You can sign up for my free workshop. It's the 14th, which is not tomorrow. It's Thursday. It's the 14th at 10 a.m. And that's what you do. I help you get unstuck. You leave there with one solid next step, right? And then you go on from there. I always do a follow up and let you know all of the other opportunities, but it's about you understanding that the only thing keeping you stuck is almost every single time your own expectation, your own worry or fear. So when you can get out of that and understand that, you really start to see what your actual superpowers are. It's just learning how to flip the script. Sometimes that takes a lot of unlearning. And that's okay, because we've all been there. And if you haven't yet, when you do get there, you're going to know, because you've already been practicing. You've already had lessons along the way, even if you don't maybe understand that they were lessons. But I promise you, when things start to click, and it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. But I knew that, for sure I knew that. Oh, I learned that 5 years ago, right? You don't always understand all of it, all the things that you learned. But when it clicks, it clicks. It's like a domino effect. It's still not simple, but it's that domino effect, and it makes it a lot easier. You understand your why. You show up in a way better place, right? And that's what's most important out of all of it. So yeah, when I'm showing you these things, it's never feel bad, because we can't be upset or feel bad for something that at the time we didn't know. As you learn and grow, right? When you know you can do better, of course you should try and do better. But if you don't know before, how can you punish yourself for something that you didn't know? It was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Spirit. It's a process. It's not a one-stop shop. It's not a buy my way out. You know what I mean? You got to put in the work. You got to show up. You got to commit to yourself. And when you do that, everything else starts falling into place. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes commitment and consistency. Good job shutting the door. Can you please pick up your mess on the coffee table now? Can you do that? I love when she acts like she can't hear me. 7 years old, already got an attitude. Where did you get that attitude from?
No one.
No one. All right, fair. I'll take it. All right, give me 2 more gratitudes. These are the same like the self-care, but these are things to be thankful about. These are ways to show up, and if it's 1 tool or 3, if anything sticks, okay, that was a lot. if anything sticks, one sticks in your head, is me, where she gets her attitude. Yeah, that makes sense. I was surprised she didn't say that. She's my mini me. Attitude, no. Don't go trashing the place, kid. Nope. What are you doing? I hear that. She's trying me. These are things, just remember to say thank you as many times a day as you possibly can. Remember to say thank you. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the beautiful day. Thank you for the sun in the sky, the roof over my head, the meal in my belly. Start adding your blessings, and soon you can't even count that high, which is pretty friggin' amazing. When you start to look at it just like that, things seem a little lighter, a little easier, and it's a little easier to let go and let God, right? All right, love yourself enough to set boundaries. Hey, that's what I was talking about. Your time and energy are precious. You get to choose how you use it. You teach people how to treat you by deciding what you will and won't accept. Repeat this affirmation when you feel stressed today. Your daughter looks like you, yeah. The boundaries I create allow me to shine for myself and for others. And that's true. That's a great affirmation, right? And when you understand that boundaries aren't just for you, it's for you and for them, because it's a safe space. That's where you can meet in the middle and create and have those conversations and find compromise, right? The more one does and sees and feels, the more one is able to do. And the more genuine may be one's appreciation of fundamental things like home and love and understanding companionship. Reflect on ways in which you have opened your heart to seeing, feeling, and experiencing more joy in life. What ways can you open your heart that you haven't yet considered? Sometimes it's just to the wonder, what is it I could create? What inspires me? Getting to know and understand you, understanding your own self should be literally awe-inspiring. It should make you want to do more, see more, um, learn more, encounter more people. Like that's when you really get to know yourself, you should be in absolute awe of how amazing you are. Um, and that's the goal, is to teach everybody that. Miss Grace, if you keep playing in that bathroom, we're going to fight.
I don't have a kitty.
I don't care about you don't have a kitty. It's right there on the couch, and if you weren't playing in the bathroom, you'd be able to find it.
I don't have it.
It's right there. Why is your face blue again? Oh, I can't with this kid.
Whoa.
I cannot.
No kitty.
She has like this stamper thing, and that's why she went in the bathroom, so she could stamp her face. I cannot. Self-care is not selfish. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Ask for help when you need it today. Allow others a chance to help you succeed. Right? Let them help you. Let them guide you. Let them share their wisdom, their knowledge. Let them show up and support you. Let them boost you up. Let them whatever. It doesn't always have to be like let them give you money. Let them give you this. You know, time, energy, patience, knowledge, wisdom. Confirmation, validation. Like there's so many things that people can do as human beings that don't cost a penny. And when people remember that, it changes how you look at things. It changes how you understand how many people have already showed up for you in such a strong way that you would have missed along the way, because we get so focused on who donated, who sent this money, who did this, who's supporting my business with dollars, when there's a million other ways you can do it. Hi, Goat. Yo, does your daughter play Roblox? I do not. She's not. She doesn't even have a video. We don't own a game system, and there's too many problems with Roblox. Well, it's not just Roblox. Like, let's be real. Any game, any video game that has online chat, is that what it's called? Even WhatsApp, Discord, all those things. Can be very, very gross, and doesn't mean everybody's bad, but you don't set your children up for failure either. So trust me, I understand. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really well. It was just 129.29 as I said that, which is if I create that boundary, I protect that from ever happening. And sadly, there are just places where people take advantage really easy. That's why I never DM. That's why I never talk to people in messages if it's not said here or through comments. Because I believe in transparency, and I believe that I'm literally going to talk to you the same here as I would in DMs because it's just who I am. So it doesn't matter. But how I talk to you and how you talk to me, if I was to DM you, not you specifically, by the way, I'm not trying to pinpoint you, but how you talk to me, it could be way different, the complete opposite. And then you get pissed off at people and you get resentful and things feel uncomfortable. So I don't allow that for myself. So I definitely would never allow it for my daughter. If we ever do get a game system, there will be no online. Unless I'm right there in her, like right beside her watching. Because there's too many messed up people in the world, unfortunately. And she's not dating till she's 30, just in case you didn't know. Maybe 50. Maybe 100. What are you doing? Why do you have your shoes on my couch? You should see her right now. I'm glad it's washable, but come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Hurry up. I'm going to change my mind. You won't be able to come say hi. Say hi. Do you see the blue on your face? Look it. Go wash your face.
I want to say hi.
You already did. I'm so glad it's washable. It's so funny. It's like this little stamp pad, and she decided it was lipstick one day, and this is like the third or fourth time, no matter how many times I tell her not to do it, it's washable. Yeah. Yeah. She thinks she's putting on lipstick, but that's some big lipstick. I just learned to laugh because everything is non-toxic. Well, as non-toxic as possible around here, but yeah, it's pretty funny. She did it the first time she did that. I was like, she came out of nowhere. She was outside playing and came in like that. And I was like, what is that? And I'm starting to freak out. I'm going to look outside, like, what could she possibly have picked up? And yeah, it's just a little stamper, non-toxic. It's not going to hurt her. So I stopped fighting it and like, do you, bud? And she gets bath time every night. So. And eventually when she goes and people start laughing and go, whoa, what's going on with your face? Maybe she'll stop. But I don't know. She kind of likes doing it at this point. Pick it up. Don't get that stamp on my floor. She's only 7. She's going to do what she wants, whether I like it or not. And as long as it's not dating or online talking to anybody, I'm okay with that. If she paints her face blue, then she might be saved for a while. I shouldn't say that, but yeah, well, you're making more of a mess on my floor and my table and my couch.
Mama said your floor, your kitty.
Your kitty's right there. We're gonna fight in a minute. What?
Mommy, I don't want to baby.
If I keep repeating myself, we're gonna fight. Do you understand what that means? 1, 3, 3, 3, 3. Pick your cat up and then pick up the rest of the mess. You still have a half hour and then we'll start dinner. You can help me cook dinner. But if you don't start picking up your mess and you make it harder for me to make dinner, then we're not going to eat tonight. You're just going to starve.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, well, she says, I'm not hungry. Not I'm going to help you. Not, no, I don't want to help you. I'm not hungry. So I'm not hungry, so who cares? She already has the right sarcastic answers and she's 7. All right, we got have patience with all things, right? She tests my patience all day, every day. But first of all, with yourself. Amen. Write down ways in which you can be more patient with yourself. Keep this list handy to reference when needed. I'm not going to stop talking. This is my time. And if you continue, you're going to go in your room and clean it. Is that what you want to do?
I don't want my kitty.
Do you want to tempt me? Do you want to dare me? Oh, come on.
Mommy, don't.
Miss Grace, do I have to do the eyes on me? boundary.
Then I take it away.
Okay, and if I take it away, you will not get it back. It's the last warning. So, enough. You know the boundary. You're pushing it. All right. So there are days I drop words of comfort on myself, like falling leaves, and remember that it is enough to be taken care of by myself. Schedule 15 minutes in your day for a favorite hobby or activity with no objective other than to bring yourself pleasure. So literally, like being out in the garden, we actually scheduled an hour and stuck to it, which was pretty cool. But it started with only 15 minutes because with kids, you can only do things in small batches. You don't very often get that much extra time. But, just digging around in the earth, planting, moving the soil in your hands really has a calming. It takes away sickness. It takes away dizziness. It allows the chaotic thoughts to just dissipate into the earth. And if you actually set it with the intention of feeling stressed and feeling anxious, please I'm giving you all that, take it away. Literally, you'll feel it drain out of your body. It's pretty amazing. You stand up, you feel calmer, better. It doesn't matter. That doesn't have to be just that. But whatever it is, whether it's painting, whether it's getting out and dancing, going for a walk, going for a jog, going to the gym, whatever it is, find that thing that really brings you peace, right? Miss Grace, you are pushing it. 1. That's not your space to play. The bathroom is not a play space. Go pick up your mess. If you keep pushing the boundary, you're going to be the one doing without, bud. And if I'm going to go in there and I'm going to clean it and you're not going to have anything. You've been warned. I asked nicely. I don't care. You've been asked nicely. How many times? If I get to 3, you're going to stand in the corner before you do it. Get rid of the attitude. Okay, if it's staying, then go over there to the corner and let it stay. Well, that's just the rules, bud. Look at the smile. What does she do? She goes in the bathroom and starts messing with things. She likes to flush things down the toilet. She likes to stuff toilet paper in the taps. She goes into destructive mode when she gets bored or she decides that she hasn't had enough attention.
I want my kitty.
That's what she does. And then she gets reactive. It's the struggle of child life, mom life 101. All right. I lied and said I was busy. I was busy, but not in a way most people understand. I was busy taking deeper breaths. If you keep pushing it, Grace, get that out of there. Man, I'm not playing with you. Next step is corner. Eyes on me right now. Next step is corner. I said eyes on me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Eyes on me. You need to understand the boundary. She does it when she just wants more attention, and she thinks that negative attention is still attention. I don't care. The next time is the corner. You have to understand the boundaries we create are for a reason. You have your boundaries. Pick up your kitty and take it in your room. Okay, I lied and said I was busy. I was busy, but not in a way most people understand. I was busy taking deeper breaths. I was busy silencing irrational thoughts. I was busy calming a racing heart. I was busy telling myself I was okay. It's okay to take time for yourself every day. What is your favorite way to practice self-care on a regular basis? Why is it your favorite? Literally, I talked about this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Not yesterday. The day before, on Mother's Day. When you're building things and you don't have a lot of funds and you're trying to figure a way through, and that's fine. It's not a judgment. You're building a business and you have a small child and you're trying to figure out ways to do things for yourself. and you don't have the funds to do those things, does that mean you just don't do self-care? Does that mean you just ignore yourself and forget it all happened? I don't know why I put those away yet. So when I was talking to all the moms on Sunday, I have like my abundance bath soap that I make, which I have to post up on my website. But I made this is a little face mask. It's literally honey and turmeric, right? But it's for those moments. Sit down, put your feet up, kick back. It doesn't have to be just for moms, right? But small things of self care, those bubble baths, the tea pick me ups, the little coffee treat, the sitting out in the yard quietly, like those little things are self care practices, and they don't have to be big money. They don't have to be expensive things. They just have to be intentional and saying thank you, right? Sitting there for 5 minutes and thanking your fingers and your toes and your elbows and your knees and your ears and like just listing, saying thank you for all of the things. Watch how your mood changes. Watch how you feel better. You feel more energized. It is what it is. You must hold your quiet center where you do only what you can do. Choose stillness as an active practice of patience. It is okay to wait. You'll get where you need to be. You don't have to rush. Take your time. Enjoy the journey. People always get so busy trying to rush to the other side that they actually miss all of the things they learned along the way. Then they get to the other side and they're like, man, I wish I was there for the journey. I missed the whole thing. I was so busy pushing through it. We only get one life in the one life in this cycle. And we should be living it to our highest best potential. And to do that, we have to be absolutely confident in being exactly who we are. No questions asked, right? When you're 100% authentically you, you can't be swayed. You know your foundation. Doesn't mean you can't learn or grow or find new understandings, but you're not just swayed by this person and this idea, right? You know how to learn. You know how to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and merge it together and find what works for you. Because just like all humans, not all medicine works the same. Not all food fills us the same. It doesn't. How it's digested in our body isn't always the same. It doesn't. How our body absorbs all the nutrients and vitamins, all those things. Nothing is the same. So why would you think mental health? Why would you think self-care, accountability is exactly the same? It's not just one thing. It's creating something that works for you, and that's really the most important point. Are you picking them all up?
No, I'm holding the book.
You're closing the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really nice. I appreciate that. I have to get up here anyway. I got to cook dinner. I appreciate everyone that showed up. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be on again tomorrow. I wish you all the best. Remember, affirm your greatness, show up for you, and if you want to heal and grow, you have to choose to do it first. And if you're unsure and you have an idea or you're maybe not quite aware just yet, sign up for my workshop. It's linked here. It's the pinned comment in the chat. You can sign up for it. And if you sign up for it, it's on the 14th at 10 a.m. And it'll help you with ideas, suggestions, ways to get unstuck. So I wish you the best. I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Have a good day.